discount stores. Buy loaves of meat, and you'll never have dried up meat in the refrigerator. You only slice off what you need when you need it. And I don't care whether it's ham, roast beef, lamb, turkey. This knife is like a hot knife going right through butter. It has a fork on the end, so you pick up the meat, dip it into the gravy. Remember, that's a grapefruit. Look at this. Not a seed, not a drop of juice comes out, because this is razor sharp. And the best part of it is, it's guaranteed to stay that way forever. Now, I proved to you how sharp the knife is, haven't I? Huh? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to prove to you how sharp the knife stays. This is solid frozen food over here. Look at this. You go through frozen food like it wasn't even there. But here, we used to take and cut up a can to show you. They used to make these cans out of steel. Right now, they're making them out of aluminum. So I had to find something a little bit harder than aluminum. I had to find something really hard to cut. So I'm going to take this solid steel hammer, and I'm going to cut this hammer up. You can cut through ham bones, chicken bones, frozen food, disjoint turkey. This is an all-purpose knife, and I don't care how, and I'm not doing this to show you this is a hacksaw. You want to buy a hacksaw, you can buy them every day of the week. You want a knife that'll never get dull, never wear out? I want you to take a look at this. Now, can you all see the filings that came off of that hammer? Had to come somewhere, right? If it came from my knife, I'm in trouble. If it came from the hammer and it's still sharp, I've got one heck of a knife. Wouldn't you say so? Huh? Let's find out if the knife is still sharp, okay? Would you say, ladies and gentlemen, that this knife is still sharp? Today, tonight, tomorrow, next week, next year, for the rest of your life, you never, ever have to sharpen this knife. What would you expect to pay for a knife that's going to last you forever? If you went down to a department store, a knife like this is going to cost you at least $100. Would you say it's worth it? Huh? Yeah. Never has to be replaced. We'll replace it if it ever gets broken, dull, or damaged. Well, with Ron, you know you're not going to pay $100. You're not going to pay $70. You're not going to pay $60. How would you like to own this knife for 3 easy payments of only $13.33? How does that sound, huh?
Hey, Cousin Arnold, my dad wants everyone to have one of the sportsman's knives.
Oh, this is my favorite. You guys are going to love this knife. You guys, anybody go hunting and fishing? Huh? Yeah. Well, this is the sportsman's knife. Look at the flexibility of that blade. It has the same blade, the same edge, the same handle, the same lifetime guarantee, never get dull. This knife goes through bones and all when you're doing your filleting of the fish. Here, let me show you something right now. You put that underneath between the flesh and the skin, and you just press. That fish will jump right out of his underwear, swim around naked, die of pneumonia before he knows what hit him. This knife is so sharp, I want you to see this, you can actually take and fillet the fillet. Got a nice piece of meat over here. Look at this. First of all, if you want to butterfly it, this is like a razor blade right on a stick. Take a look at this. Then you take your cheese and your ham, you insert it in the middle like that, you serve that, put that into the oven. In fact, put that into the rotisserie, you know? You're going to love this knife. This knife alone sells for $40. You won't spend a penny for this. You get both of these knives for the same price, for 3 payments of only $13.33. That's pretty good. Wouldn't you say so? What's that?
Arnold, my dad wants everyone to have a bread and bagel knife.
Oh, you can't appreciate what this knife does until I show you something. We all have bread knives. We all have. You can go out and spend $75 for a knife that does nothing but bread. How many of you still do this, though? You take good old faithful and you start to make these little, try putting that into the toaster. Better yet, try getting it out, okay? Let me show you something incredible. Here's a knife that is so sharp. Let me just even this off. The weight of the knife alone does the cutting. How's this for cutting bread? Would you like that, huh? Let me show you something. You got relatives that won't move? You starve them to death. You make a sandwich like this, I guarantee you they'll pack their bags and get out and never come back to your house again. And use this on a bagel. How's that for cutting a bagel thin, huh? Pretty good? Okay, this knife by itself is worth $40. Now look what you got. 100, 140, $180 worth of guaranteed cutlery, and the price is still only 3 payments of $13.33. How's that for a deal? Not bad.
Hey, cousin, my
You gotta be kidding.
dad wants to give everyone the chop and serve knife also.
This goes in the package
That's
also?
right.
Wow. Let me show you this one over here. This is fabulous. Look, the next time you have to chop up some onions, you take this knife or chopper and you chop up your onions like you see over here. Turn it around this way. You chop onions so fast that you don't have any time for tears. The only tears you'll shed are tears of joy that you have a thing like this around your house. This is the way you do all your fine work. You want to chop up parsley. You want to do basil. You want to do mint. And we call it a chop and serve for this reason. You notice the width of that blade? It's made that way, so once you chop the food up, drop it right into the frying pan. This alone sells for $40, and Ron says to put it in.
Arnold, my dad.
Don't tell me there's another one.
My dad wants to give everyone the garnishing knife.
Listen, I have so much fun with this little fellow over here. We teach you how to make the apple bird. This knife sells for $20 all by itself. Now you get all 5 pieces for 3 easy payments of only $13.33. Terrific deal. Oh, you gotta be kidding.
Here you go.
Oh, everybody knows what this is just by the length of it. You ever go to a party or a banquet, they have a carving station, and there's a guy with a knife that costs $150 that he does nothing with that knife but carve the meat? Let me show you something. We don't expect you to hold your hand up there like that. So Ron is going to give you a fork that'll hold the turkey like that. And I'll tell you something, when you start to carve turkey with this, oh my goodness, it melts right off of the bone. Look at this. And you know what I like about it? I like my turkey cut nice and thin. Take a look at this. Is that a job? Huh? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of the best cutlery you'll ever get your hands on, and the price for everything is only 3 easy payments of only $13.33. How does that sound, huh? Now, you might be satisfied, but I'm not, because what about steak knives? There's no steak knives in it.
No. Steak knives you got. 4 of them.
4 of them. Now, Ron, I know that you sell these steak knives individually for $17.95. Am I right or wrong?
That's right.
Okay, so if we add that in, 4 steak knives, we now have 11 pieces of guaranteed cutlery, all for just 3 payments of $13.33.
Stay tuned for an incredible free offer. Get 2 complete 25-piece sets of Showtime cutlery for the price of 1.
But I'm not finished yet. There's more. Come on with me,
You
Arnold.
gotta be kidding. I mean, Ron, you give any more than that, they're gonna call you Santa Claus instead of Ron Popeil.
Right. Let me review first what you're getting over here. You get my Showtime knife, guaranteed never to get dull. You get the chop and serve. You get the sportsman's knife, the bread and bagel knife. You get the garnishing knife. You get the carving fork and the carving knife. And you convinced me to put in 4 steak knives. But I said there was more. You know what's missing over here? You need shears. Here I have shears. Now, these poultry shears, I use them for a variety of things. I use them for cutting through chicken. You want to cut it in small pieces. You can do that with these shears. If you're a gardener, you're going to love these poultry shears. If you buy the shears directly from me, we sell these shears for $30. Forget the $30. I'm going to include it in the package. Now you have 12 pieces of the finest stainless steel cutlery, all for what audience?
3 easy payments of $13.33.
3 easy payments of only $13.33. But there's more. Over here, I designed a saw knife. Now, the saw knife is only for bones and frozen food. I'm going to throw that in, but I'm not finished yet. There's even more. I'm going to, oh, here's a knife that you'll really like. This is my chef's knife. These knives are really razor sharp. That's pretty sharp. Get that knife. What do you think of that, folks? I'm going to throw that in, but wait, there's more. Let me show you this. Over here, I have a couple of great paring knives. They're different sizes. I'm going to throw those 2 knives in as well. All of it for just how much, audience? 3 easy payments. 1333. But I told you, wait.